Well, I was just gonna. Mm, do you know that we have actually been talking about this game before? It's Pugsy. Oh, well, as I was going to talk to you earlier on with the features um, related to Mega CD, why it is a good system, albeit that not many people are aware of all the games that are on there. Pugsy, for one part, is one of those games that really, which as I think, um, shows a potential in gaming which is fully realized in the Mega CD via the way it's programmed. It's first off, we have the idea of the game, all right? The idea of the game is that you can pick up things, walk around, um, drop things. Well, it's got all those fixing it fixing it features. And I think it's really good. I haven't really gotten far in the game, but I like the way how it's structured. It's very nice. It's very nice because it's more than just a platformer. I mean, I'm not saying more than just a platform. I'm saying it's more than just being a side scroller. It's more than just getting from the first end of to the end of the screen from the beginning of the screen as fast as possible. It's more than that, and I think Foxy is a sympathetic character to have to be uh, cast as to play as this guy. Also, I think I think it's good in the way how it was put on a disc this time because I mean there's fluid movement and it's very colorful and there is the music and all these things. It's a it's a good game showing off what Mega CD is capable of doing in a fluid, dynamic way. Whereas, I always said to you that Star Wars is a great topic for a game, and it works in every genre, most genres, only because Star Wars is like having that adventure atmosphere milieu. If you involve yourself in anything like that, it's always nice, but not in the case. That's what I hope for because having played Star Wars Arcade for 32X, which is a brilliant game, it's brilliantly structured. You really live in the actual story. You live in the story. You have everything that is, signatory for the movie series when you fly around like that, the sound effects, everything. But then there is the game I talked to you about earlier, Rebel Assault, where you're supposed to start as a newbie and work yourself up within the Rebel Alliance. And I told you there's some cool graphics integrating filmed footage with moving a programmed vehicle like the flying ship when you do the training, basic training. The problem is not the idea of having a basic training. That's a good idea. But the bad idea is that the controls aren't really that responsive. And even though have already figured out what to do to get past the cliff or a cave or whatever, what happens to you is most of the time just by irritation or by lack of programming, you hit the edge of a cliff and that's it. You crash and you have to do it all over again. And that's from the first level only. So they were trying to use the technology of a CD based motion video uh, related project related into boating and flying, and I think there are some shooting segments also later in the game, but I've never gotten so far. This is what was wrong with the Mega CD. They programmed things the wrong way. Okay, they could have made a good game if they were not trying to get as many things as possible in one game. That's what I think. Because the format, it's a good format. It's just that the thing that's bad with the Mega CD is that the CD drive is slow. It's a slow drive, and it takes the loading times on most games seem to be not too good. But well, it's the same thing how they could really use the potential of what had it to make Sherlock. I mean, having a difficulty of being not knowing what to do does not mean that the game is badly made. But in the case of Rebel Assault, I have a gut feeling it could have been so much better. So that's a few words about the potential in Mega CD. I don't know what kind of games you have tried for the Mega CD and how you think. But this is what I think. Take care and everything.